Hey curl friends, and welcome back. So today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to create your own DIY curly wig with the closure. I'm using my Kinky Curly collection from NaturalBossLady.com. I'm using an 18-inch closure, 2 bundles of 18 and 14, as well as some old clip-ins that I had, which was the 16-inch clip-ins that I ended up coloring. So I'm going to start off by co-washing the bundles. This is the 14 and the 18-inch bundle. I'm just adding some conditioner to the hair and just rinsing it out with cold water to prep the hair. After I finish co-washing, I'm going to move on to my clip-ins. Now I went ahead and co-washed these clip-ins as well, washed them out, make them look nice and brand new, and I'm just going to cut off the clips on these clip-ins. One full clip-in set of the NaturalBossLady Kinky Curly collection is equivalent to one full bundle. So this is equivalent to one full 16-inch bundle. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the wig construction now that I've gotten the clips off. I'm using a dome cap as well as my closure to start, and I'm just going to lay down that closure first. I'm using some bobby pins to make sure the closure is right exactly where I need it to be. You can use some tacks, anything just to keep the closure in place, and I'm just going to sew around the closure, specifically the lace, to tack this closure down. And I already bleached this closure. This is a closure that I had on a previous wig, so it's already bleached and prepped how I like it. Now I'm grabbing my 14-inch bundle to start. Now when it comes to curly hair, you want to sew the hair in the opposite direction. So instead of going the 18 first, 16 and the 14 on the top, I'm going to have the 14 at the bottom, the 16 in the middle, and the 18 on the top. This is going to give you that diva cut kind of look. Really nice and tapered at the bottom, and all of the hair will have a lot of volume towards the top. So sewing with your shortest length towards the back is essentially going to give you more of a solid, one even cut look. You don't have any sparse or thin ends. All of the hair will pretty much meet at the same exact spot towards the back. So where that 14-inch stops, everything is going to drop and meet up around that point or a little bit higher. So I just finished my 14-inch bundle and I'm moving on to my 16-inch, which were the clip-ins, and I'm just going to sew that down. Now as you can see with the Kinky Curly collection, these bundles are super thick and the wefts are super long. You can literally get away with 2.5 bundles if you would like. I personally like the bigger look, and I just went ahead and used all 3 bundles in full. But this is just 2 bundles alone, and you guys can see how much hair it is, and we pretty much could get away, like I said, with 2.5 bundles. But I squeezed the bundles in and I got all 3 bundles onto this wig. So this is the 14 and the 16 together, and the very last bundle that I have left is the 18, which is the same length as my closure. So I'm just going to go ahead and add in that 18-inch bundle, and like I said, I had to pretty much stuff this one onto the wig. And I'm just going to cut out the cap. You want to cut right below the lace where the lace closure ends to cut out the cap underneath it. And here are my final results. And as you can see, the texture is very similar to mine. I am in the process of cutting out color out of my own hair, so this looks exactly like how my hair is with the colored ends towards the back. I'm just going to go ahead and braid down my hair. I just put 4 big braids. I'm just going to slap this wig on. I'm going to grab some gel for my edges to slick down my edges. That way it blends nice and seamless with the wig. Feel free to use whatever edge control or gel that you normally use on your edges. I prefer the Eco Styler because it gives me much more of a tighter hold for a little bit longer than an edge control. So I'm just adding in this Eco Styler, and I'm just going to brush my edges down so that I'm able to pull my hair backwards behind my ears, or if the wind blows, it just looks nice and natural. And here are my final results as far as my wig. It is really easy to maintain. This hair does not call for product whatsoever. This is literally just water on the hair. I just pedal brushed it to get the curls to look like this, and that's pretty much it. It doesn't get super frizzy, super fast. It just looks exactly like my naturally curly hair. And as you can see here in the back, it's a little bit tapered, and I could go back in and cut off the extra little pieces that are hanging in the back. And for maintenance, I just pretty much just use the paddle brush and some water to redefine the curls, and that's literally all I really do to this hair, guys. It really doesn't call for too much, and like I said, it mimics our naturally curly hair very well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this DIY tutorial. I hope you guys seen that you guys can reuse your clip-ins. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.